what is up guys, this is Troy D from the Troy D 24/7 World channel, your source for on point and no hype reviews. We are back yet again everybody. We are back with another fragrance review today on my day off. And today guys, I'm going to review a fragrance that, I should have done a while ago guys, but I just misplaced the sample. I finally got it a couple weeks ago. So I have been trying and testing this fragrance for this review guys. I know that some of y'all have wanted me to review this. This fragrance has a ton of mixed feedback guys. So today I will clarify all of this and give you guys a no hype breakdown on this fragrance right here. Now before I continue, please do not forget to like and subscribe guys, okay? Liking, subscribing, and watching the ads is a great big deal to this channel. We reached 13,000 subscribers just a few days ago guys, and of course the next goal is 14,000 guys. So again, please do not forget to do that. Thank you for all your support. Now the fragrance that I will review today comes from the house of Xerjoff guys, and Xerjoff is one of my favorite fragrance houses out there. Why? Simply because they do have a fragrance for everyone, okay? Doesn't matter what kind of taste you have or what kind of masculine or femme-leaning fragrance you're leaning to, or if you're looking for something royal, regal, or just a grabber, Xerjoff does have it right here. And I do have a guide video just in case if you've never heard of this brand. But today we are going to talk about a famous and underrated, a very underrated Xerjoff fragrance right here. This is none other than Xerjoff Casamorati Regio. Xerjoff Casamorati Regio right here guys. And I know you guys have been waiting for this one ever since I reviewed the brother, so to speak, of Regio, which is Fiero, okay? Fiero was, gosh, I think a year ago. And again, I did misplace the sample of this fragrance right here. I finally got it. Let's go talk about Regio. Now, the term Regio in Italian basically means royal or regal, guys, okay? And when we look at royal or regal, this is where basically the whole haze happens, the whole confusion happens, because royal or regal might mean different things to different people guys, okay? Some of y'all might be thinking about an emperor or a king or someone really dominant, and some of y'all are probably thinking about somebody that is graceful, that has some class, finesse, something that's definitely luxurious, right? So this is where really there's a lot of confusion right here, and that is why, in my opinion, this fragrance A has gotten mixed reviews, but B, a lot of people are saying this is a pretty awesome underrated fragrance right here. So anyways, before we continue, let's go spray Regio right now. Okay guys, now let's talk about Xerjoff Regio, right? So right here in the opening, I would say Regio has a wonderfully beautiful, gentlemanly opening right here. Right here in the opening, you've got the notes of lavender, grapefruit, bergamot, and lemon blossom right here. Now the lavender right here is very much expected guys. It's part of almost every gentlemanly perfume right here, and the lavender does provide these wonderful uplifting whiffs right here. But the thing I will note, and it is something that I wish could have stayed longer, are the citruses right here guys. So you are gonna get a beautiful grapefruit and bergamot combo, glistening citruses guys right in the beginning, and it does match this lavender quite perfectly. And there's also lemon blossom, which is basically the backdrop floral of this opening right here. But ultimately guys, it is a very gentlemanly floral that is more related to the mood, and I will discuss that further in this video. Beautiful citruses, grapefruit and bergamot, with the backdrop of lavender and lemon blossom right here. What a beautiful intro to Regio. Now again, my big gripe about Regio is that the citrus part does not last a while, right? So I wish it was maybe at least 30 to 40 minutes of the citruses glistening with the lavender, because it's such a mood enhancer right here. But the thing is, to me, upon testing, guys, this citrus part of the intro does not last even 10 minutes, probably 10 to 12 minutes max, because the star of the show, the main component of this fragrance, Regio, does come in within the 10-minute mark. And that note that comes in is none other than carnation, guys. Okay, carnation is one of the main players of Xerjoff Regio. This one right here is a spicy floral, guys. Okay, it's a prominent spicy floral. It does come in within the 10-minute mark with some geranium, some green rosy geranium that mixes in as the backdrop of this carnation right here. But yes, it does get floral spicy. There's an immediate a thick bed of carnation that does come in within 10 minutes, and of course it immediately mutes the citruses. And this one right here is where Xerjoff Regio does get into a floral spicy character. Now the carnation, which is the spicy floral, is the bridge, but then this part does last for hours. Again, it is a prominent note, and the spiciness of the carnation is amped up by the cardamom note. Okay, so cardamom does come in minutes after the appearance of carnation, and it basically boosts up the spicy profile of this fragrance right here. So if you guys love spicy, manly perfumes right after lavender and citrus, then you'll probably appreciate this part as the cardamom does come in. I mean, I love cardamom, but again, the differentiator will be carnation. Like I said, carnation is a spicy floral that you may or may not have tried before, but nevertheless, it does get floral spicy with the appearance of cardamom. Now 45 minutes into the fragrance, guys, and that's not really even a long time, that's not even an hour. 45 minutes into the fragrance, Regio also shifts into a different set of notes again, and you are going to get this time the appearance of plum, ilang ilang, and rose, guys. Okay, so this is the next set of notes after the spicy part. You'll still get the spiciness, of course, and the floral part of the carnation. In my opinion, the carnation does last a while, probably 4 hours. But this time, guys, you're adding some dimensions right here with these other notes. Now, the notable one for me is going to be the ilang ilang under the backdrop of rose. The plum is basically a sweetener. It's a beautiful, nice plum that comes in right here in the mid. But really for me, it's the ilang and rose. And this to me reminds me, I mean, the moment I smelled this, I was like, dude, this is it. It really does remind me of Clive Christian #1. Okay, it's Clive Christian #1, guys. And Clive Christian #1 is, it was called the most expensive perfume in the world, and it's like $750. But as you can see with the note breakdown right here, you'll see the similarity of Regio with Clive Christian #1, specifically with that floral cardamom mid right here. You are gonna get basically the same cardamom, rose, ilang in #1 as in Regio, and that's how I immediately remember this as I smelled the fragrance. The difference right here is that Clive Christian #1 does have iris, and that is your powdery floral note, and it is replaced by carnation when it comes to Regio right here, which also has a dimension of spice. So carnation here is a thick floral, much like the iris, I would say, in #1, but it's a double down on the spice right here. So that's a big difference. And of course, the price, guys, of #1, it's several times higher than Regio right here. So you actually might get a great budget deal by getting Regio instead. When it comes to the usage of both fragrances, Clive Christian #1 as well as Xerjoff Regio, I would say that the usage for both and the overall feel is definitely very, very similar, especially up until this part that they kind of converge and are very similar with the cardamom, that spiciness, with the carnation or iris rather from #1 with rose and ilang. This is a pretty regal part of this fragrance, and when I think about how regal this is, I really don't think about like a king or like an emperor or like a dominant ruler of a country. I don't think about that at all. What I do think about, guys, is like old nobility, or old rich, somebody that comes from that kind of family, an old rich family. And that doesn't mean an old person who is rich. That basically means a family that is so rich that, you know, their wealth has been passed for generations in a country. Maybe they own swaths of real estate or businesses. They're integrated into the government for so long, and you are part of that family, guys. That is kind of like the smell I get. Very luxurious, very expensive smelling, but the main attitude is really not having a care in the world. That is the attitude, guys. That is the overall feel being given to you by both of these fragrances. Again, very similar, Clive Christian #1 and Xerjoff Regio. You are definitely going to feel luxury at its finest, guys. Okay, it's luxurious. It's European perfume luxurious, guys, that you will feel with this fragrance when you carry this around. It's got that spiciness, like I said, and the floral quotient. But of course, this is again linked to not having a care in the world, guys. Okay, so I guess if you were part of an old rich family that has been there for generations, I guess that's how you'll feel today. There's nothing to do really other than basically waste the money or use the money. And, you know, maybe your problems today are, you know, where to golf next, like which golf course to golf next, or which supercar to drive, which model to date, which vacation house to go to out of your multiple vacation houses, unlike us who have to Airbnb or get a hotel. But basically, it's for someone that does not have a care in the world, guys. And when you integrate that into something modern, I think that there's a usage right here, especially for men or women that want to feel that way. Definitely carrying this fragrance around. Now, with that being said, with the overall feel of this fragrance and just the link to Clive Christian #1 for me, I feel like this fragrance is definitely a modern gentleman's perfume, guys. Okay, I think that it is a gentleman's perfume. However, this fragrance can also be worn for women simply because you've got a floral heart with some spice. So I think that women can actually wear this as well, and I wouldn't be surprised if there were women that wear this fragrance right here. But me, my referential system is definitely your modern gentleman right here. This one, like I said, as you spray this fragrance, and hopefully you're wearing this outdoors, guys, you will definitely have that careless feeling. You just don't have a care in the world. You are kind of like basking in your own luxury. You're basking in your own regalness or royalty as you are driving your convertible probably. And that is the ultimate feel. I really don't care about your opinion. I am definitely at this high level of luxury and royalty right here. That is what this feels right here. This fragrance is also for the niche collector that likes transitions, okay? Because you are gonna get different transitions here in this fragrance, and that I truly like about Regio. The transitions here, definitely lovely, guys, okay? Again, starts off with that beautiful uplifting lavender with the citrus component that I wish was, you know, a bit longer. And then it goes into a spicy carnation cardamom mix, like I said, and then back to ylang ylang and rose, guys. So I really like those transitions. They happen within, I would say, a short period of time, and so you'll really feel that here. And so if you like these transitions in fragrances, you're a big fan of that, you will like that here in Regio. This is definitely not, I would say, for those that want something very simple. Something that delivers and is simple. I don't think you'll get that here with Regio, with the type of transitions and the notes that are probably not in everyone's referential system, such as the ylang and rose combo. But again, Regio right here, in my opinion, is a very beautiful scent. It's got great transitions and great notes. Again, it might not be on your referential system, so if you try this, boom, it's in your referential system. I think it's great for the modern gent. And of course, right here in the dry down is where it gets a bit sensual and sexy, guys. Because as you guys know, as I've said earlier, this fragrance to me initially is basically an outdoor fragrance. I mean, I would love to wear a fragrance like this outdoors during the cold weather or the cool weather. And I think that the dry down is where it gets real musky. You're gonna get some musk, you're gonna get some musk mallow. So definitely it is musky, but there is also a sensual vanilla component right here. So there's sweet and musky right here in the dry down. For me, this is for a gent because you have the outdoorsy application, the royal application of this fragrance. You're going out there and you're smelling really luxurious, but there's also a sensual, maybe date night at the end of the day type of component right here with your musk and vanilla. So I really like the dry down right here. Again, beautiful transitions by this fragrance Regio. Now let's talk about the performance of Regio right here. Regio right here is a very strong fragrance, especially in the opening, guys, and that is why I really do suggest that you wear this outdoors with minimal sprays. I would say 3 sprays only, because this is pretty strong, especially the carnation and cardamom spice will be thick and strong, and so definitely don't overspray this fragrance. It could choke you because it's too spicy, or it could choke people around you. So definitely minimal wears. This fragrance right here is also very consistent in the smell, in the strength. It's gonna be very consistent for hours and hours, and the total longevity of this is 10 hours, okay? 10 hours of consistent, significant scent by Regio. Again, this is a thick fragrance as well and should not be worn excessively. And in my opinion, weather-wise, guys, only wear this fragrance during the cold or cooler weather, guys, okay? Not during summer. It might be too thick. It might be too cloying for a lot of people, guys, okay? So right now, for me, 65 degrees outside is the best time to wear this, or even cooler, again, outdoors. But then this is versatile enough that, you know, if you walk into a Cartier store or a Rolex store in Beverly Hills, you can bring that regalness. If you walk into a Michelin star restaurant wearing this, after wearing this outside, you can still bring it indoors. And it's a beautiful regal fragrance, no doubt, guys, okay? So again, do not wear this during the summer. Wear this during the cooler weather. This fragrance is also versatile because it can be worn in like a black tie event, but it can also be worn, I would say, just wearing a polo and maybe some trousers or even shorts and moccasins. In my opinion, this fragrance is so versatile because it's more of the attitude. Like, the fragrance actually will complement someone's attitude and a look, rather than the fragrance setting the tone. So if you are coming in as a confident person, relaxed, composed, not giving a care what others think, I think that if you add the regal or royal or luxurious component right here with Regio, that will match your whole deal perfectly. Like, your whole aura will be augmented with this fragrance. Ultimately, I do like this fragrance Regio right here. And of course, if you take into account the concept and what they were trying to do, I think that you're gonna definitely appreciate this fragrance. And I mean, I would say that Regio to me is kind of like a budget or much more affordable Clive Christian number 1. It's a great alternative to number 1 in my opinion. Again, with the carnation really being the differentiating factor. But the overall feel and the usage, I mean, it's definitely the same. Price-wise, again, this one right here is a win. And I guess if there are different feedback that you see online, I mean, that's probably because, you know, Fragcom is very wide. You have people from different backgrounds, experiences, as well as preferences, and maybe their translation of royal or regal is a bit different, like I said. And so this one right here is straight up nobility perfume in a bottle. So if that's what you're looking for as a gent or even a woman, I think you will find that in Regio right here. And again, beautiful performance performs really great in cool weather, and I do recommend it, guys. Okay, not for a blind buy though. Definitely try it and listen to this review and see how it all matches, guys. Let me know on the comments what you guys and gals think of Xerjoff Regio. I know that some of y'all have already typed that in on the community tab, but if you want to add some more, definitely comment below. Did you like it? Did you not like it? Is this not in how you feel is a royal or regal type of backdrop for a perfume? Let me know on the comments below. Again, there are no right or wrong answers. I love reading your comments as long as they're pretty respectful, guys. Okay, so don't really diss the fragrance. If there's something you don't like, you can go talk about it on the comments below. And again, thank you so much for 13K, guys. We are headed to 14K. Please do not forget to like and subscribe, and I will definitely see you guys on the next video. God bless, take care, peace.